Hello y'all. So today I'm going to attempt to show you how to do a basic granny square. Now this has been a highly requested video and it's just taken me a really long time to film. So for my beginners, this is going to be kind of for you. I'm going to try to go slow enough that you understand what I'm talking about, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. So we're going to go ahead and start with making ourselves a slip knot, and I just showed you there on the screen how to do that. And make sure that you get the slip knot placed on your crochet hook and then give it a little wiggle so there's enough tension in there. And this part here you're just going to yarn over, and I'm just illustrating here that it doesn't matter how you hold your yarn. That's technique, and you'll learn that as you go along in crocheting, but you're just going to do a chain of 4. So to do a chain of 4, you're just going to take the yarn behind the crochet hook and then pull through, yarn over, and then pull through. So that's how you do a foundation chain. Right there you're looking at the flat side of a foundation chain, and then there's a bumpy side. The bumpy side is great to work through. However, if you're new to crocheting, I find that the flat side is easier for you to see. So just stick your crochet hook into the flat side of the crochet hook at the very first chain, and then you are going to yarn over and do a slip knot. So I'm going to slow the camera down a little bit so you can see how to do that. You're just going to yarn over, putting the yarn behind the crochet hook, and then those bottom 2 loops, you're going to pull those off of your crochet hook, and that is going to consist of, that is going to create yourself a slip knot. So just like that. Now if you look here, you just have a jumbled up, looks like a jumbled up knot. What you're going to do is just wiggle that a bunch until you can start to see a hole. Now the hole should be in the center of the chains, the chain 4 that you made. So just kind of wiggle it around until you can kind of see a clear hole. You're going to need that hole because you're going to be working into that multiple times to create your cluster. So go ahead and make yourself a chain of 3, just yarning over and pulling through, and that's going to be your first double crochet stitch. So that's what we're going to do there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start making our double crochet stitch. So just go ahead and yarn over. You're going to insert your crochet hook into that hole, pull up a loop. You're going to yarn over again. You'll pull through the kind of middle 2 loops, yarn over again, and pull through the bottom 2. And that was quick, so I'm going to slow down the camera a little bit so I can show you one more time how to do a double crochet stitch. So yarn over, insert your crochet hook, and then pull up a loop. Yarn over again, pull off the first two middle section loops, yarn over again, and then pull off the bottom 2. Okay, and you're just making yourself a cluster of crochet stitches. Okay, so essentially what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be making clusters of 3 double crochet stitches. Once you have your first cluster of 3, here I'm just showing you that tail that's hanging out, you can try to work that in as you go around your circle. If you're new to crocheting, it might be tricky, so just leave it dangling. It is okay. Okay, go ahead and chain 2, and then you're going to go ahead and put another set of 3 double crochets into that center hole. And like I said, that tail is aggravating, but if you're not comfortable with crocheting yet, weaving that tail in can get a little bit aggravating in general. So if you can leave it alone, just do that. If you feel comfortable with weaving it in as you go along, it's going to make it easier, but it's not necessary that you have to do that. Okay, and then you go ahead and do your last double crochet in that hole. So here we have the start of what looks like a square, if you can kind of see that. You're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do another set of 3 double crochets into that hole. Okay, and again, if you don't know how to do a double crochet stitch, I will link in the video as well as in the description box. I have a series of how to do certain crochet stitches, and the double crochet stitch is one of them that I have. Okay, so you're going to chain 2 again, and now we're going to do our last set of 3 double crochets. Okay, it looks fast, guys, but you can slow it down, or you can go back a little bit so that you can see it. But once you get the hang of doing a double crochet stitches, which is what we're going to be doing to make this granny square, you'll be good to go. Okay, so here we are. Now we are at the end. If you just give that tail a little pull, it'll start to close up your circle a little bit, and that's what we want. Now we're at the end. We have what looks like a semi little square. So what I do here is I yarn over and pull through. I just create one chain stitch, okay? And then if you see there, you have that chain 3 that we did in the very beginning, which counts as a double crochet stitch. You're going to put your crochet hook in that top portion of that chain 3. Okay, and we're going to do another slip knot. We did that earlier. We're going to do it again here. You're going to yarn over. I'm just showing you here. You're going to yarn over and then you're going to pull through, and that is a slip knot. Okay, so you've done that twice now. If you haven't, if you're new to crocheting, that's a slip knot. And now you have what looks like a square-ish, square-ish, looks more square than circle. So chain 3, and again, this is going to count as your first double crochet stitch. Okay, and if you look here, you have your clusters are kind of set apart. We're going to put the first set of double crochets kind of behind that cluster that you see where my thumb is pointing. We're going to put it in that hole. So in order to do that, we're going to turn our work, and that's just so that we can keep our clusters together. Okay, and because we're going to be making smaller granny stitches, this is going to work that we keep turning our work. If we're making a larger one like a blanket, it might get a little cumbersome to keep turning your work, and I would show you a different technique if I was going to make a blanket. Okay, so now we did our set of 3, and we're going to go ahead and go over to the next open hole. So you have your set of 3, you're going to crochet to the next larger gap, and I think it's easier to see than what I just tried to explain. Okay, so you're just going to do another set of double crochet stitches. Now, because this is a corner that we're creating, we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to do another set of 3 double crochet stitches in that same corner. So what we're doing now is we're making a corner to our square, to our granny square. Okay, so run. And I feel like in rewatching this that I'm making the double crochet stitches really fast, but I think once you at this stage you probably have caught on to how to do a double crochet stitch, and if not, you can either slow the video down or just kind of pause it. Okay, so now we're going to skip over to the next open space, and we're going to do another corner, which is a set of 3 double crochet stitches, chaining 2, and then another set of 3. So we're on number 2. And this is our 3rd double crochet stitch now. Okay, chain 2, and then you're going to do another set of 3 double crochet stitches. Once you get the granny square down, it's going to really introduce you to some more projects that you can do with crocheting. I particularly don't do a lot with the granny stitch because I don't like the gaping holes in there, but you can do so many stitches with the granny, projects with the granny square. So go ahead and find your next large hole, your next gap, and do another set of 6. So that would be 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochet, set of 3 double crochets. Okay, so we come to 1, chain 2, there you are, and then you're going to do another set. Okay, so now once you finish this, you are going to finish out your square, this round of the square. Okay, so you remember in the very beginning we only did a set of 3, so at this point we're going to do another set of 3, which is going to round out that corner. Okay, so what I do is just go ahead and yarn over, and then I go straight into that bigger gap section right there. Okay, and consistency is the key. So if I go into the big gap here, the next row I'll do the same thing, and then going forth I'll do the same thing. Okay, in terms of where do you put the set of 3. Okay, so that's what it's looking like, and I'm going to now do a slip stitch. So that tail right there that we just didn't bother with, we're going to weave that in at the end, so don't worry about it. As you get better with crocheting, you'll start learning different little techniques to make your project look a lot cleaner. or you know, whatever. So chain 1, and then you're going to remember that chain of 3, which served as our first double crochet stitch. We're going to put our crochet hook right in the top of that chain, yarn over, and you're going to pull through, and that was your slip stitch. Now this is a small granny square. If you have it from here, you don't need any more, you can go ahead and skip. And I think I said skip to 17. I think that's around that area. So this is a pretty long tutorial only because I'm trying to get you to see how to do it. But if you got it from that part, go ahead and go to 17, and then I'll show you how to end it. So go ahead and chain 3, just like we did before. And again, we're going to keep our clusters together. So we're going to kind of go in the back of that. So we're going to flip our work so that we're still going in the same direction. And you're going to do another set of double crochet stitches, but we've already done 1, so now we're going to just do 2 more. Okay, now let me show you this. We've got our cluster of 3. We're going to come back to that in a little bit. Do you see here now we have a gap, but it's not going to be a corner. So because it's not a corner, we're not going to have to do that chain 2. So you're just going to go ahead and do your cluster of 3. In this case, we're doing 3. You can always do a cluster of 4, cluster of 2, however, but we're going to do a cluster of 3, which is what we've been doing. And now we're going to go ahead and get to that other corner. So now you have your cluster of 3 here. We're going to go to that next gap, which is going to allow us to make another corner. So we're going to do a cluster of 3, so that's 3 double crochet stitches into that gap. You're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do another set of 3. So I hope that's kind of clear. And you can make your granny square as large as you want. So the basics is this, and then you'll just keep going. So I've seen people make granny squares the size of bedspreads. I've seen them make them large enough to make jackets. You can do so many things with a granny square. See, there you have your corner, and that chain of 2 is what causes the corner to create. Okay, so you're just going to go all the way around until you get to the size, your desired size. I'm doing 5-inch squares, so I'm going to keep going so that I have a complete set, and then you'll see later on I'm going to make a project with it. And so if you're interested to see that project, make sure you come back to the channel and check that out. So here we are, we're not in a corner, we're just in the row, so we're just going to do a chain of 3. And sorry if that's super fast, guys, but I just kind of want to make sure this video is not an hour long, but I think you can get the concept. Okay, chain 2. And then do another set of double crochet stitches. And I think at this point you guys are probably pretty good at doing double crochet stitches because we've done quite a few now. And like I say, if you're not, don't worry about it. Just slow down the video or just go back and watch it again. Okay, straight into. So I'm not doing any chain stitches between my double crochet stitches. I'm just doing straight double crochet stitches into the next gap, and that's just because I'm trying to keep the granny square as compact as I can, just because it's already a really gappy crochet stitch to me. Okay, and now we've got that line done, and we're going to go in to make our next corner. Now, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below, or also if you want to check me out on Instagram or even my blog. But Instagram is my quickest method to get back with you if I haven't gotten back to you on the video, because Instagram comes straight to my phone, so I'm able to kind of answer questions more quicker. If you want to reach out to me there, and I'll make sure that I put my information for Instagram in the description box down below. Okay, and here we are again. We're at that other side where we're not going to have to do a corner, we're just going to do a double crochet stitch. And again, I'm sorry if the double crochet stitch looks fast. I just was trying to ensure that the video wasn't too long. Anyway, so now we're at that last cluster of double crochet. So we're only going to have to do 3 because we've already done 3 in the very beginning. Into that gap, we're going to go ahead and put 3 double crochet stitches to finish out the corner. Okay. I mean, and really, guys, that is it. That is the most simplistic way I can show you how to do a granny square. To finish this off here, you're going to go ahead and chain 1, which you've already done. You're going to put in the top stitch of that chain, and you're going to do a slip stitch. So yarn over and then just pull through both of those on the hook. And then at this point, because you've gotten to the size that actually you haven't. Keep working, and then when you come back, when I come back, I'll show you how to finish it off. I think I just had, Lord, this repetitiveness is a lot. So chain 3 and then go around one more time and then come on back and I'll show you how to finish off the project, okay? Because it's it can be a lot. I'm already at 16 minutes and we haven't finished. But yeah, just keep going and then come back and I'll show you how to finish it out, okay? I guess since I'm gonna go around again on the camera, what do you guys think I should make with this? I have something in mind, but what do you guys think? I'm only gonna make a few granny squares, so maybe a wallet or a little clutch purse, or I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions of what you think I should make with these 4 little 5-inch granny squares, let me know what you think. I wasn't trying to make like a blanket or anything huge. I just want to make something really quick and simple and fun. So any suggestions, I'll take them. So just go all the way around. And this is the end. So we've done everything. We've already done this a few times. You're just going to do a slip stitch like I was saying earlier. And you've got it matched up to the right size, which is perfect. And then you're just going to secure your work. So just to secure your work, you're just going to yarn over, pull through, cut your end off, cut your string, and then just pull all the way through. And there you have it. That is your granny square. Yay! If you have any questions, guys, please be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye!